let's do the Harry Potter thing first.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because I know you guys don't care. Just because I know
Harold
you don't care.
Porter, he's my favorite.
Yes. HBO's Harry Potter TV series has officially found its Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Dominic McLaughlin.
Now, this is a guy, I believe it's on his Nerderotic channel. This is Gary from Nerderotic. I like these guys, man. Like, I'll watch their stuff and check their stuff out. I believe I started watching I don't watch him as much anymore, but I'll check out his things every now and then. All pop culture guys. Gary, he's got some good stuff. They got a good channel. Good group of guys. Really decent community, too. And Mahler is probably one of my favorites. Really good at dissecting videos and movies and just kind of breaking them down. It's taught me a lot about how to go about doing it myself, even though I'm so bad at it, but still. And then X-Ray Girl, she's just there for eye candy. Let's talk about Harry Potter.
Flynn will play the role of Harry Potter. Arabella Stanton is Hermione Granger, and Alistair Stout, I like that name, Alistair. That's a good name. As Ron Weasley. And like Harry, Ron, great casting. Great casting. Hermione, it's fine. Honestly, I was expecting a lot worse. Now, did you see the casting?
I think I agree with that. I would say that. I think, isn't she supposed to be a ginger like Ron? I don't know. It seems fine, though. I mean, you know, they sure are young.
That was rumored to go around just yesterday that everybody was falling for with the 35-year-old chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you pull that up, please? It was the woman from Tom Holland's Romeo and Juliet. I still to this day don't know who plays Romeo or Juliet.
There's Tom Holland. Holy crap. Is that Juliet?
That's play. But people were falling for that.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? I mean, it wouldn't be any surprise based off of how they casted Snape.
After Black Snape, it's like, who gives a shit? Like, honestly,
there you
who
go.
gives a shit? I
think that's a horrible casting because it's just so jarring. This is okay. I mean, you can switch stuff up. I'm actually okay depending on what's going on with race changes and stuff like that. Classic example, Nick Fury. I think Samuel L. Jackson was a great Nick Fury. So it's fine for that, but it's like, why are you doing it and how does it serve the story? And because there is such a plethora of association already established with these, how many are there? There are like 7 or 8 movies or something, and you have this beloved actor as Snape throughout all of them, and then you cast this other dude, and it's just very jarring. He's gonna have to work hard. He's gonna have to work really hard. Did you guys know that for most of the people watching YouTube videos, only a small percentage of those people are actually subscribed to those channels? But subscribing is really quick and easy. All you have to do is first to make a YouTube account, which is free, and then after that, go down to the video that you're watching, hit the like button, which goes a long way in helping out the algorithm, and then go over and hit the subscribe button. After you've hit the subscribe button, click the drop down arrow and click the option that says all, so that can notify you whenever a new video from this creator has dropped. Subscribing is free, and making a YouTube account is also free. It allows you to keep up with all of your favorite content creators, and of course it goes a long way in helping out my channel, and I really do appreciate it. So with all of that being said, back to the video.
With this, no problem. Black Snape, kind of a deal breaker.
Oh, here we go. Dumbledore? Okay. And then McGonagall, that fits. God, look at this. This is so bad. Come on. What's his name? Papa Asidu? How is this Snape? Like, what are you gonna do? And this is like set in like in Britain or something in like the 50s or something. Like, what are we doing? But this is such a bad casting. I really do think this is bad. Nick Frost for Hagrid? If you doll him up and increase his size, I could see that. Argus Felch, I think he's the groundskeeper, isn't he? Oh, let me show off some of these guys. There you go. You can see a little bit better, even though I'm hidden. And then you have Quirrell. Who is that?
Kind of a deal breaker. And it's like, what sucks is they've gotten the cast, it could have been so much worse considering modern times. I think this casting is fine. Because Black Snape kind of fucking ruined the show anyway. Like, who gives a shit? But the comments.
Do we dare scroll?
Yeah, I listen. Along with Ryan, I was convinced Hermione was going to be black. I was just absolutely convinced.
I thought so too, especially with the whole Mudblood stuff. I thought they would, and they still might use it because it looks like she's a Mexican girl, and so you know she's a Mudblood, and I think they're going to throw in like a race element there. And then you have Snape, who has been picked on by Harry's father, and if they don't use race as a motivation for that, I'm going to be shocked.
Which again would have made her character, it would change the dynamics of her character completely, constantly being called a mudblood by Draco Malfoy.
There you go.
Now, maybe that can still apply. I'm not getting like these are kids, right? So whatever. But Harry Potter looks good. Ron Weasley looks they look accurately cast, and I think they can work with that Hermione. But I still think a lot of people are going to be pissed off. I was just like, I checked out with Snape.
And rightfully so, by the way. Like, any person who responds to that and be like, oh, you're offended by this, you're racist. I love Henry Cavill's response, where he's basically like, you know, when he's asked by an interviewer about racism and stuff, and he's like, man, that's not racist, it's just, it's passion. It's because people care about this stuff, you know? Like, this stuff matters to a lot of people, and so if you have casting choices and people are pissed off about it, it means they still care. They haven't blackpilled. It's important to them, and I don't think you should squander that.
Scroll down, X-Ray Girl, for the comment.
Not that, I mean, you're not going to be able to please everyone, but don't just dismiss those comments and just name call people because you think they shouldn't be offended over something. That's silly.
Oh, wait, go up.
Oh, no.
Go up.
That's part of their post, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's pretty funny.
That is funny.
That is pretty funny. Now, I have this headcanon, before Black Snape screwed everything up, I had this headcanon that J.K. Rowling signed off on this series just to erase Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, in particular those two, from Harry Potter history. And they can be replaced at all the theme parks for their backstabbing of the woman, their ingratitude. HBO is killing it so far outside of the atrocious Snape casting, whatever. Wish the kids luck. They're about to be under a microscope for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, that's true.
No, they're going to get a lot of shit, not from, well, not from me, but trans activists, yes. Just every person cast in the show is going to get a lot of shit from trans activists.
Yeah, because they hate J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling pretty much is super progressive, big lefty, and agrees with literally every single progressive talking point except for the trans movement. She thinks women are women and men are men. Shocking, I know. But because she's all for the gayness, she's all for women's rights, she's all for the global warming stuff, she's all for leftism, she's all for progressive politics, she's all for all that. Rah, 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 save the rainforest, that's her. But when it comes to trans women, she's like, no, they're not women. And if you do not keep the entire religion and you deviate on any of the sacred pillars or statutes, then you're immediately kicked out of the religion and you're a heretic. And that's what they've tried to do with her. They tried to boycott Hogwarts Legacy because of that. Failed miserably. Amazing game. Did a Let's Play of it. You should check it out on my other channel, WaywardGames. But, yeah, and so just for that reason, you're going to have a giant... It's a pretty small community, but a giant portion of that very small community just trying to boycott and attack the show every chance they get, including the actors and actresses, for no other reason than that.
Harry looking devious. Scroll down. See, I think they got rid of some of the worst comments because I read some.
Oh, there's two posts. This is the second. I
okay,
think.
Find the first.
It's the first. It's the first post of the announcement that. Let's just say there's a little spice.
Oh my god.
A little different.
Oh my god.
J.K. Rowling is right. Men can't be women. Hermione, the Aboriginal. Well, it's going to be interesting when they call her a mudblood repeatedly. Yeah. Where's Hermione?
Okay, so they do know how to cast properly. Again, I don't have a big problem with the casting of these three at all. Well, it's going to be interesting when they call her a mudblood repeatedly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that might still apply. You're right. Where's Hermione? Asks one person. Hermione is Aboriginal? It could have been that, okay? Oh, no, it couldn't have because it's just J.K. Rowling. So, I don't know. My co-host could care less, but I am a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm not a super fan. I haven't read the books or anything, but I love the movies. They were great.
And I had some curiosity about this show because if done right, you can take it down next Rico.
I'm a fan of Harry Potter. I love Voldemort.
Voldemort ready for action.
Yeah, I think it could have been the biggest show in the world if done correctly. And I said at the time, it all depends on the casting because these books are made to be a prestige series over years if they can get that kind of commitment, which is crazy. And they fucked it up pretty much with their first casting announcement. And again, that's a red flag. Just like with Rings of Power, if they don't respect...
And it was their first casting. I mean, the first casting announcement we heard of was Snape. And it's like, what are you doing?
What characters look like from the source material that you're trying to adapt with a built-in audience who you want to please as much as possible because they can help bring in other people. Not that Harry Potter needs it at this point. It's very recognizable. It was completely unnecessary. It was a horrible business decision, and you ended up fucking yourself. And they're dreaming if they think they can get this done in even 10 years. Seven locked-in seasons. It'll be 14.
Wow.
Remember they were going to do a
7 locked-in seasons. That's insane.
Turn around with House of the Dragon, guys. Remember?
Dude, no way John Lithgow lasts 14 years.
No. I hope he does, but...
I guess he's got to last like 10.
Well, no, he's got to last 14 years and be of full faculties of 14 years.
Well, but, I mean, he's out of the story before the end, right?
Yeah.
Spoilers, guys.
Well,
Okay,
technically, no,
12
because
years.
he
He still
turns up
appears in the last book, too.
No, something huge happens to Dumbledore.
I'm sure.
He turns gay in 2013.
All the
Oh,
Harry Potter fans should not have this spoiled for them. That's pretty intense right now. Okay, so don't mention.
Yep. So that's the big casting news today, and it'll and we're gonna get like the rest of the kids probably. I'm guessing Dean Thomas is gonna be black. That would be a bold move to like make him Asian.
Yeah, I dare them to recast this guy. You never see it the other way around, do you? It's funny how that works.
But we'll see. You don't even know who I'm talking about, do you? Lee Jordan.
Fucking clue.
Lee Jordan. That's it.
Voldemort.
Those are the two black characters. The Patel twins will be trans. They'll actually be twin boys.
One of Ron's brothers, the twins, make one of them black and one of them Asian.
They should just multicultural family. They should just be every race.
Just have them adopted. That would be funny. They're technically
Your
poor, I
move,
think.
Internet.
Your move, internet. But that is the big news, and yeah, it's a couple years away. So
This could have been one of the biggest TV shows ever. We'll see. It's going to depend largely on the acting and the writing. The casting is a big deal, though, and they really did screw up Snape. He is such an iconic character. And to cast that other dude, and to portray like this, like it's such a British kind of thing, you know? And I just want to say, even though I'm probably going to be called racist nonstop, you know, if every single person in the show was white, there wouldn't actually be anything wrong with that. I mean, the only exception would be the actual characters that are described as black in the book. And there are some, like what he just mentioned. I'm not a super fan, but whatever this guy's name was, I don't know. This guy right here.
What about you? Lee Jordan.
And then there's this other kid here. But I remember seeing them in the movies and stuff. This guy right here, Dean Thomas. And they were great in the movies, and no one thought anything. And most of the people in the movies were white. And, diversity is great when it happens organically. But whenever it's forced in, yeah, not so much. And you can race swap characters if it serves the story, if they're the best actor for the job, and it makes sense. But if you're just doing it because you just think, oh, well, by default, diversity is better than not diversity, well, first of all, diversity is just Hollywood's word for less white people. So if you think, well, just having less white people as a blanket statement makes something better, that's completely false. That's not true at all. There's nothing wrong with being white, okay? Shocker. And if everyone in this was white, it would be fine. There's nothing immoral about that. We're not devils or something stupid like that. It's like these stupid idiots in Hollywood. It's like, we have to get rid of the whites because the more whites, somehow the more sinful that is. It's like, what are you talking about? You self-hating, just absolute pricks. It's like, I don't get it. I kind of sort of get it, but at the same time, it's baffling the choices they will make for no other reason than to say, let's just have less white people and then we'll call it diverse because of that. So I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. Most of the casting looks fine except for Snape, and the rest we'll see, mainly just because it's so jarring. Like, why would you not at least try to cast an actor that looks somewhat similar? I mean, good God, it's just, I don't know. But we'll see what happens when the show comes out. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think I'm an evil, horrible, racist person for just telling the obvious that white does not equal evil? Or do you think, no, yeah, we're all evil. We're the devil. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the show? Do you think it's going to be good? Are you going to watch it? Are you a Harry Potter fan? And please don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button on the video. Really helps out the channel. Really do appreciate it. And till next time, guys.